Hey guys, welcome back to Commenting on Comments, where I comment on your comments if they're commentable, and then I'll leave a comment about your comments on this video. You want some comments commented on? Let's roll that intro and get going. Alrighty guys, our first comment here is from Easy Funshine, and she says, "It's so hard to think it's in the past because I want to scream out, use Velcro." No, you're right. I was thinking about Velcro too, but the ex was like, no, because then people be like, why is there fucking Velcro on the wall? I don't know, she bitched and moaned for a while about it, and the magnets, because they're just like a couple dots on the wall, she's like, well, nobody would ask what those are for, and I'm like, if we did, we just tell them to mind their own fucking business. But apparently that's not a right answer. Freaking tell people. ZX8401ZTV says, "You know what, Adam? That was bloody good. I'm surprised you managed to get the darker wrinkles to vanish so well. It was the Mark I. The prototype is never perfect, but you get great results. That's all because of video editing. Literally, Sony Vegas and Magic's Movie Edit Pro are so forgiving for shitty green screens that have wrinkles and dips in the color. You can modify the threshold and really get away with some really shitty green screen, like for instance the bed sheet behind me. So with a proper chroma key, you could probably, well, you'd have no problems. You'd have no problems. When you're using a $5 bed sheet from Walmart, you kind of need expensive software. Yeah, you need decent chroma keying software to get around the nonsense. Take It says, with all the camcorders you have, can't you rig one up to be a webcam, one that shoots with more than 15 frames per second? No. In order to use a camera as a webcam, you need another piece of hardware, either some form of video capture. Well, you need a video capture card for your computer that can hook into the webcam's audio video out. So if you have like a capture card with HDMI out, like for instance this camera here, freaking Oreo. Take it easy, bud. This camera here, you can run the micro HDMI out and plug it into an HDMI in on a video capture card, and that would work. But yeah, you definitely need some other piece of hardware to do the job. MeowJW says, "I knew Dave had his faults long before the incident, but with machines he was like no other," and that's a fact. Like, that's what brought me to his channel, was actually the Redneck roller coaster, that Cavalier that did front flips, and then it was just all the nonsense and bullshit he did with cars on the channel. That's what brought me to it. I was like, this is friggin' amazing. Like, this is some pretty cool inventions. I'd love to be able to do stuff like this. Yeah, that's what brought me to that's probably brought a lot of us to the channel, was the fact that Dave had all these crazy fucking Mad Max cars that were just insane and pretty awesome, and it was fun to watch him terrorize like random things like a washing machine with that Chevy-ack and shit. It was a good time, but it just turned out, you know, it was just too bad the guy was such a fucking creep." DG Enterprises says, "Classic case of his desire for fame being his undoing. Shame, guy's mechanically talented, but he's an utter pedophoric." Pedophoric. That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, you're right though. And you know what? That's what I find funny with a lot of these YouTubers that I watch. You know, a lot of them that I've used to watch started when I started, and a lot of them blew up way more than I have because they're doing stuff that I'm just not doing, and they're fucking huge as hell, and they've literally let the fame go to their head like I let the beers go to my gut, and it's really upsetting. Like, fuck guys, if I ever get big time big and I start acting like a fucking idiot celebrity, like, I'm the best in the world and shit, fucking knock me off my high horse, please. Like, fucking knock me off my high horse, because it's fucking YouTube. YouTube fame, who cares? I'm a guy talking to a damn camcorder. Like, seriously, it's not that big of a fucking deal, right? Yeah, you're right. Like, people let the YouTube fame go to their head, and they get this feeling of being invincible, that the law can't touch them, and then the law does touch them, and next thing you know, they're behind bars fucked over. You can apply that to whoever the hell you want. Krusty1027 says, "I remember him being charged a few years ago, and I was wondering what came of it. I'm more shocked that it took this long to go to trial." Welcome to Canada, bud. I got a friend right now who's trying to go through a child, what do you call it? Not child acquisition, but a custody battle. That's what it is. Custody battle for his kids. His old lady has, his ex-old lady has the kids, but she's like on the drugs big time, and the kids aren't being fed, and Child Family Services have been involved, blah blah blah, all that nonsense. He's been trying forever. It's been 3 years. They're going back to court this November, and he doesn't even think it's going to get finalized there. He's already dumped over $15,000 into lawyer fees. But like with Dave, he got busted a couple years ago, and that's when Bloke quit, right? He was put in jail on a Friday. Friday, and they did that on purpose. They locked him up on a Friday because they knew he couldn't see a judge till Monday, so he had to spend the weekend in prison. And on Monday, he just bailed his ass out until trial, which finally frickin' happened. Canada, you need to get your justice system fixed. Shit like this shouldn't take this fucking long. Just saying. Anthrax says, I get a kick out of that little pump. I'm surprised it even works. Bud, you, me both. I'm shocked it even works. That thing's fucking pathetic. He's talking about my car pump, my tire pump for my car. It's kind of a joke. Easy Funshine says, is Decknels a Canadian word for bumper stickers? I love watching fan mail on other channels. Really? I can't stand watching fan mail. Like, I don't know. You know, like, when I did the fan mail stuff, I felt like kind of a dick. Like, hey, look what people sent me because I make videos and stuff. Like, I don't know. I know that's not what people were doing, but to me it felt like you're showing off that, oh, look, you're so famous, you can get fucking people to send you shit. And it's like, no, you're not famous. You're just a guy making videos. But to each their own. I know a lot of people are probably going to say this, see this and go, well, Adam, that's not why we sent you fan mail and stuff. Like, it's cool. Like, I like getting stuff. I don't know. It's... Other people see those fan mail videos, and some people might get jealous, because people do get jealous. So, I don't know. They're not for me. And as for Decknels, no. Decknels is a word that One Pug Life made up because he can't fucking talk proper English. Finn Painter 1 says, make sure they clean the rims good before putting new tires on. Oh, hell yeah. This time I will, but this time I'm going to a pro tire shop to get them put on. Because, like, the Trans Am's got aluminum, I think those are aluminum rims in the Trans Am, those stock GTA rims, and those tires are still fucking sitting at 32 PSI, and that car sat for almost 2 years. Krusty1027 says, you definitely need new tires. Yeah, no doubt, eh, bud? That one you showed when looking for tire size was weather cracked. Yeah, I noticed that too, that it's looking pretty chiseled, so it's probably pretty fucked. They're ready to go. Better check the other ones too. The two rear ones are looking pretty fucked. The two front ones are fine. So what I was thinking was getting 2 new tires, putting them on the back rims, but then taking the back rims and moving them to the front, moving the front tires to the back rims. You know what I mean? Like doing like a tire rotation kind of option. Because I can actually do that on that car where you can't do it on the Trans Am because the rear rims are thicker than the front rims. It's like a different offset or some nonsense. It's pretty dicked. Derek June says, damn, G6, time to drive it down the back roads and light it up, lol. Check Walmart for tires. That's where I got my last set and I've had no problems. Yeah, I checked Walmart, but they don't carry tires at our Walmart anymore. Our Walmart in North Bay, it got modified into a super center, but they took more shit out of it and completely messed up the shelving. But they added a grocery section with food that sucks, like it's gross food in there. So ours, it's not a super center, it's just a modified shitty center if you ask me. Our Walmart's just bullshit. Gravy Train says, search YouTube, aluminum wheel leak, watch vids, maybe fix yourself. You know what, bud? I honestly never even thought of that. It's probably a good idea, as long as it doesn't require any special equipment like a tire removal machine, or... because I don't have that stuff. So I'd literally have to bring it to a place and have it done. But that's not a bad idea. Maybe I'll look into that. Sagal Jack says, automatic tire pressure management is something that off-road vehicles and some armored cars, like politician limos, have, but it's too expensive to put on normal vehicles. And I don't understand that, you know? Like, if you get an air compressor in your trunk, it wouldn't even have to be that big. You wouldn't need a tank, unless you want a tank to store pressure, or maybe use it with an air horn or something. But just to do, like I said, run the power right through the axle, have it go through the rim and pump the fucking tire up. It would probably cost maybe $200 in parts. Maybe a little bit more, maybe $300 in parts. I don't understand why it's not a feature on cars. It should be there. But anyway, it is what it is, right? And people, that's all we got for commenting on comments this week, so big time thanks for tuning in. If you want to hear your comment commented on commenting on comments, fuck, that was a train wreck, leave a comment, and if I can comment on it, I'll fucking comment on it. And if I can't comment on it, well, I'm sorry, I can't comment on it. So leave a comment to be commented on, and I'll comment on it. So until next time, guys, big time thanks for watching, and peace the frig out.